He's a music legend with a career spanning 5 decades and an estimated 250 million record sales worldwide. But Sir Cliff Richard's Berkshire home has today been searched by officers from South Yorkshire Police. They're investigating an alleged sexual offence said to have taken place in Sheffield during the 1980s, involving a boy under the age of 16. Our Home Affairs Correspondent Simon Israel reports from Sunningdale in Berkshire.
A police convoy drove into the Berkshire grounds of this very private and palatial estate at 10 o'clock this morning. They were armed with a search warrant. It had been issued to an investigation team from South Yorkshire Police's Public Protection Unit. They are looking into an allegation dating back to the 80s, when Sir Cliff Richard was in his 40s. It's a claim that the pop icon sexually abused a young boy at an event for the evangelist Billy Graham in Sheffield back in 1985. It was said to have taken place away from the thousands who packed into Bramall Lane football ground for the preacher's sermons.
First of all, I'd just like to confirm that South Yorkshire Police have gained entry into a property in the Sunningdale area of Berkshire. Officers are currently searching that property. A search warrant has been granted after police received an allegation of a sexual nature dating back to the 1980s. This involved a young boy under the age of 16 years. No one has been arrested at this stage, and the owner of the property is not present. That's all I have to say for the time being, so thank you very much for your time.
I love coming here because I always feel that I can, recharge my batteries.
Sir Cliff was not at home, but in Portugal, where he's on holiday and helping to raise funds for charity. It was from there he issued a statement today in which he said, "For many months I have been aware of allegations against me of historic impropriety, which have been circulating online. The allegations are completely false. Up until now, I have chosen not to dignify the false allegations with a response, as it would give them more oxygen." Today he was left with little choice. The 73-year-old had no notice of the search, but he points out the media did. He made a more than subtle hint that it was the police who tipped them off, although South Yorkshire deny doing this. Sir Cliff's seen as the ageless pop icon. His career spans more than 50 years and is the only artist to have had #1 hits in 5 consecutive decades. Congratulations, the song brought him solo acclaim, even though it only got him 2nd place in the 1968 Eurovision Song Contest. He became the first pop star to be knighted in 1995, and his popularity has endured ever since. But today is a far cry from those carefree times. The police spent 5.5 hours inside Sir Cliff's flat and left as they arrived in a convoy of unmarked cars. Sir Cliff said he will cooperate fully should the police want to question him.
Well, we can talk to Simon now live in Sunningdale. Simon, how did Sir Cliff Richard's name get into the public domain so quickly?
Well, quite quickly. Quite honestly, there's been a leak. South Yorkshire Police deny the leak came from them. But there is no doubt that someone within that investigation, or with knowledge of that investigation, and probably someone associated with the police, leaked that information, tipped off an organisation, I'm told yesterday, about the intention today. Now, this appears to go directly against, if you can remember, what Lord Leveson, following his inquiry, stipulated should be the case, and that only in exceptional circumstances should suspects be named by the police. And those exceptional circumstances are when the public is at risk or is in danger or perceived to be in danger. Quite clearly here, that is not the case. But now Sir Cliff's name is out there. And it may be that sooner or later he may find himself the subject, as we have learnt from previous cases, the subject of even more allegations. Now his name is in the public domain.
Simon Israel, thank you very much indeed.